Well, hello, my beautiful Cancerians. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your singles love reading for mid-May right through to mid-June 2025. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. Now, the frequencies of the earth are changing at this present time. You can all feel it, of course, and what it means for the Tibetan symbols that I normally use is that they may not be as palatable to the ear as they used to be, as we become more sensitive and open to the vibrations around us. So I've sourced a softer frequency to prepare and cleanse your reading. I'm using a Gaia chime to cleanse hourly, so please be mindful to turn down your volume if you are someone who is sensitive to sound, okay? So let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Cancerians, this is your singles love reading. I'm going to get your overarching energy first and then follow it with a Celtic cross just to see who's coming in towards you. So let us begin. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Cancerians? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? Now, your protagonist card that's just popped out there is the Sun. So a lot of you are going through a period of personal development and growth. You're learning to shine your light, be more confident in your wonderful self, but also you are, being more positive about your circumstances, or trying to be at least. Of course, we have the moon there, so there is a fluctuation. The moon can indicate a lot of you are looking at who or what drains your energy. And because the moon is there, some of you may have almost like eclipsed yourself in some way. And what I mean by that is that you may have withdrawn from the dating scene, hidden away, perhaps to focus on priorities, projects, or your personal development, for example, because the moon is a very sensitive energy. It can indicate, for some of you, not all of you, it can indicate that you've been shy. And now as you mature with that sun energy, it can indicate that you are blossoming, that you're having more confidence in yourself, body, mind, and soul. But also it can be that your mindset is changing or shifting at this moment in time. The moon card can indicate that you have been learning more about yourself, and in that period you have perhaps, noticed that there's no one out there sparking your attention when it comes to love. There's no chemistry between you and a person, because sometimes we're called to be single on purpose, because you're there to focus on your sense of purpose, and we have that Magician card energy. Now, this can indicate that you're discovering your inner magic and empowering yourself, but also that the power of manifestation is now creeping up upon you to be a little bit more curious about who is out there on the dating scene. So the Sun card can indicate that you're allowing yourself to be seen. Perhaps there is more activity, more events, or more things that you're interested in. A lot of you with the moon energy in the resistance position, because it's like you got it in the reverse there, this can indicate that you have in some way felt like your motivation or your mojo has been missing. It can be that you've been prioritizing other things and pooling your focus in a different direction, because the Magician is all about direction, okay, of focus, of energy, of manifestation. It's a potent message that you can create your destiny with the power of thought. So a lot of you are forging your reality by connecting to balance and harmony and recognizing that you need to really visualize what it is that you want. I mean, the sun is to see, okay? So it can be that you're putting a bit of a spotlight on your life right now, going, okay, what's the missing ingredients? What is it I really want? And of course, life is hard right now. So a lot of you, it can be that you don't have much energy to really focus on love because you're drained. The moon energy can indicate that you're kind of like looking across the board in life, like who is draining my energy? What is draining my energy? Is it the prospect of, you know, putting yourself out there to see if there's anyone that really sparks your attention, and then being like let down or feeling like, you know, disappointed that your expectations have not been met? It's like, oh my gosh, there's nobody. Am I ever going to find anyone in a sea of people? Well, the answer is yes, okay? Because I feel with that Magician energy that you are going to meet a person who has a magical connection to you. So a lot of you with this sun energy connected to the Magician, you're focused on your personal power, your beliefs and your ideas. You know, you can fall in love with a person and they can fall madly in love with you back. But unless you both have the same kind of vision of the future, of how you see life and relationships being conducted, you know, then of course that is an alignment. But if you meet a person who loves you and they don't want the same things as you do for your future, that is a misalignment. That is often a karmic there to teach you lessons. And a lot of you may have met people like that in the past. The moon energy can indicate that some of you, based on a previous experience, it's like you went dark, as in you went off grid, off radar, or withdrew, because the moon energy is the ebb and flow. But we must remember that every time you go forward with the moon energy, there is a pullback. So it can be that emotionally you've been dealing with something. Doesn't have to be connected to love, but I feel this is a more positive time when it comes to your love life, because this is your protagonist energy. You're showing up as the sun. So I feel like I'm being given the word luminescent. Wow, what an amazing word. Okay, my guys just gave me that. So a lot of you are having a major glow up right now, body, mind and soul, because you may be cutting out people or situations that drain you. And it says here, don't be afraid to enjoy yourself right now. This is a period of happiness. So this is about you being on pause from dating on purpose in order to stand in your power, but also to enjoy the moment, learn more about yourself, what makes you happy, without the extension of, you know, factoring in another person. Sometimes, and I'm not saying this is all of you, my beautiful Cancerians, this is just an energy that's popping up. And from time to time, we may visit this energy as a human in general, but it can be that, you know, we crave relationships, or we crave the energy of another, or, you know, sometimes we just want a hug from somebody. Sometimes we want a companion. Sometimes we really don't want anybody. We're like, okay, we need to be by ourselves. We're doing our own thing. We're independent. We're free. We're self-sufficient. And you're all of those things. But I feel like you've been creating space right now to welcome in a love that is truly aligned with what you want for your future, but also someone who's strong enough to walk by your side, as well as someone who has met themselves quite deeply, because you're looking for a relationship with depth there, okay, with that moon energy. And I feel a lot of you have done shadow work. I feel a lot of you have learned some lessons, and you're in a period of purging negativity, but also purifying. So a lot of you are in a detoxifying kind of energy there as well. And remember that anyone who comes into your life, they are a welcome addition to your life, okay? They do not complete you. You are whole all by yourself. The moon energy can indicate, you know, retaining this sense of independence as well as comfort and building a life with another, because normally on the typical Rider-Waite Tarot, there's a dog and a wolf, and the dog represents this comfortable companionship, this loyalty, this faithful love and bond, this connection. And of course, the wolf energy is to retain independence, to be able to go off and do your own thing and, you know, your projects, your hobbies, but also there is a connection there. The wolf will return to the pack. So it can be that for some of you in the past, you've met people where there was codependency, for example, or, you know, this need, because the moon actually cannot shine all by itself. It's a very needy celestial body, shall we say. It requires the sun to be seen. So a lot of you may have met people in the past who drained your energy, or you shine brighter than most, so it can be that they came towards you for fixing, and you've been learning a lesson about not repeating cycles, because the moon of course is a cyclic energy there, and it's in the resistance position, so you're letting a lot of that go at this moment in time. Now of course this is a card of the unseen, and it is in the resistance position. So a lot of you may have, as I said, taken yourself out of the dating scene to be true to yourself, to really kind of like focus on your talents. And I would say here that there is also a potential of a secret admirer, okay? Because I'm just being given this, it's a note. I'm just going to give you what I can see, because it makes no sense to me right now. I've got two things. I love you written on this note, but also I owe you on this note. So either this person owes you money, or it can be that you were connected to somebody who perhaps was not emotionally available to open up to the love that you truly deserve and desire. And it can be that maybe they owe you an apology. They owe you something. It's like a little post-it note that I'm seeing there, but it's been torn in half. Like I'm only getting a piece of it. And all I can see is I love you, I owe you. So I'm just going to leave that there. I'm not really sure what that means. I mean, it could point to someone in your life. Perhaps you've lent them money, or perhaps you've done them a favor, and actually this person has romantic feelings for you. So we have to decode this together and apply it to your life in some way. And if it doesn't fit, don't try to make it fit ever, okay? Doesn't mean that the whole reading is not for you. It can mean that that image is not for you right now, but it could be something that happens in the future. So always bank these images, because, normally they show up later on and everything starts to make sense. So let me just see if this is a friend, who this person is. Interesting. The Knight of Pentacles is your first card there. And the Tower. So it could be related to money, or it could be someone who is a consistent kind of presence in your life, because the Knight of Pentacles is someone who's very practical, someone who is a hardworking person. They are loyal, okay? But the Tower can indicate that you're not really sure who this person is, and perhaps when they expose this, it will shock you, because the Tower is an expose card, and it may surprise you that this person actually has romantic feelings. I'm being given the words infatuation. What's the other word? I can't see it. It's really cloudy. Okay, I'm going to have to leave that there. It's got an E on the end. Perhaps it could be love. I'm not sure. I'm just seeing infatuation very clearly there. So this person's got a crush. Okay, that's clear. That I feel it's deeper than that, to be honest, but it will shock you who this person is. Maybe because the moon is present, you have, a hunch who this person may be, but I feel with a lot of you, this is you manifesting someone new. If you've got a crush on somebody, I feel this could come out, and this person, let me see, if you've got a crush on somebody yourself, my beautiful Cancerians, let me see how this person feels about you and how it would work out there. The moon is an ebb and flow. So I would say that a lot of you, this person, if you've got a crush on this person, they'll probably reveal their feelings before you do. But let me just see. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Cancerians? If they've got a crush on somebody, can you show me? Now, of course, not all of you have a crush on somebody, so I will tap into the other energies. Can you show me the crush energy, please? Ooh, okay. So this person is in a single energy right now. They're not connected to anybody. They're going through a personal development phase. Hermit energy indicates they're learning more about themselves. Nine of Swords, and Seven of Swords. Be a little bit mindful of this person, okay? Nine of Swords can indicate this person's been through some stuff. They're dealing with something. Either they were in a very challenging relationship. Seven of Swords can indicate that this person right now, they're kind of trying to discover their true authentic self. I feel like they're in a very independent energy. I feel like they don't want any ties at this time, okay? But I'm asking the question as to how they feel about you. And the Hermit, with the Nine of Swords and the Seven of Swords, it tells me that they see you as very self-sufficient, someone who is independent, of course. With the Hermit energy, they see you as very knowledgeable, very wise, but somehow they feel like there's a barrier there with that Hermit energy. And the Nine of Swords, I feel like this person, they've actually dreamt of you, okay? But what I'm being given here is that this person, either they have trust issues, or they feel like you have trust issues. There's just an energy here. So this may be someone that you've talked to, but Seven of Swords, you know, this can be the runner card, okay? So either you or them have just come out of a relationship. Let me see, is this them, their energy? Because I'm asking, how do they feel about my beautiful Cancerians? The Emperor. The Emperor is a divine counterpart energy. So either they feel like you were connected to somebody and you are in a healing period in your life and they just don't want to approach that. But this could also be them. I mean, because I'm being given strong divine counterpart energy, I feel like they have thought that you would be a good match, but there's something preventing this person from connecting at this time. Seven of Swords can indicate this person, you know, they're running away from something or they're denying how they feel right now. They're avoidant. I got to be honest with the cards that have popped out there. But the Emperor can indicate that, you know, in the future, this person thinks that perhaps you could be a match, settle down, for example. But I always say, do not wait for a person, okay? Because they have their own timeline to work things out and it will just waste your beautiful time and drain you of your beautiful love. So I hate to give this message. I got to be honest with the cards. I've got to be like true to the energy that's coming out. Show me in the future with this. I feel this person's very shy, actually, and I feel like they're very tongue-tied. I mean, they seem really confident in themselves, but when it comes to emotions and how they feel about love and passion, I feel that this person, it's not going to make progress in the way that you hoped it would, okay? We've got the Magician card. So there is a spark, and this person will overthink this a little bit first. I just feel like you're connecting to a big overthinker. Doesn't mean that there's no feelings there. I actually feel this person sees you as very wise, someone who they may even like ask advice from. And I mean, the Page of Swords, they're very curious about you, and actually they think about you a lot. And I feel like that in itself is an indication that this person's very cerebral and they need to get things clear in their mind before they even allow their heart to get engaged. So I feel this person has gone through some stuff where they are really shut down. Okay, there's a big old barrier here. I thought this was something that they thought about you, but I'm seeing with this energy that they've got a shield on, and this person's very closed off. I feel like they allow you in, and that surprises them. But this Page of Swords, this indicates that they may even check out your social media. They may see what you're up to. They're curious about what you're up to, and I feel like they're curious about why they keep thinking about you. They're trying to understand it from a very cerebral energy. So they're very reflective. You know, at this time, the Magician card indicates there is some sort of magic or frisson there, okay? You bring a little sparkle to their life, but there's something about them right now that I feel like they're going through something, and I would say now is kind of like, because this reading's for the next 6 weeks, I'm going to see beyond the 6 weeks. I would say now is not the time that they're going to move forward on something. I mean, there's going to be lots of discussions, and if anyone's coming forward to say that they have a crush, it will be them, because they got the Page of Swords there. But let me just see after the 6 weeks, how is this going to move forward? And then I'll connect to the rest of the energy. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. After the 6 weeks, what's going down there with this crush? Can you please show me? Can you please show me what's going down with this crush? We have the Ten of Swords. Okay. So, I mean, Ten of Swords is... and the Two of Wands. Either they are literally ending something. I mean, yeah, we've got the Death card. Everything is pointing to an end of this. And we've got the Six of Swords. I mean, I feel like this person may actually tell you that they're moving, or there's some sort of, like, movement forward. I mean, the Six of Swords can indicate that they transition to better emotions or better energy. But, I mean, all the other cards are telling me, I got to be honest there. Ten of Swords is like, for now, you may protect your heart, okay, because it's not moving forward. And the Two of Wands indicates a wait. Doesn't mean not never. It just means not now, okay? It can indicate that this person, whilst they're dealing whatever it is that they're dealing with, it will keep you waiting, okay? And the Death card, you know, again, this can indicate that there will be a change in this relationship at some point. And the Six of Swords, it will start moving forward, but there is a wait, okay? So I would say, yeah, get busy living, enjoying your life, okay? Of course, we can't help who we fall in love with or crushes and things like that. But I feel this person, it's like they're trying to understand the crush. They do have feelings for you. This person definitely has feelings for you, but they've got swords coming out all over the place to describe their energy. So they're very cerebral, they're very protective. I feel like they've gone through something or they have a trust issue. And the moon energy is telling me they're like looking at the emotions, really kind of like dissecting them right now. They have feelings. And I say that this is like a crush. So either it's like you do a favor for this person. Maybe that's what the I owe you, I love you, I owe you kind of messages as well. So it feels somehow connected. So I'm just going to leave that there. But I feel like they're trying to get closure on something that was very challenging before they can really open up to love and give you the love that you truly deserve and desire. So again, you know, I always say don't wait for a person, but, you know, I feel it's not now. Okay, that's what I'm going to say it is, right? Because everything can be very fluid and move forward on that, okay? Now, for the rest of you, if you have not met somebody and you don't have a crush, the Magician card energy is very much a focused energy. It means that you're locking on to the power of manifestation and you're turning your vision into reality. I always say visualize the sort of thing that you want in life and it will show up for you. You have to put emotions to that. So, you know, this is you with that sun energy seeing and getting clear on what it is that you want. Visualize the sort of person, what they look like, imagine the sort of relationship you desire, and you're locked onto a vibration of making it happen. I didn't mention the card and what it says here. It says, grow and understand ourselves better, look closely, check, and do not assume. Okay, always important not to assume, especially if you have a crush with someone. I do feel that they have feelings, but I would say that they're going through something, and do not assume it's not ever going to happen, but at the same time, don't wait. Get busy enjoying life. It will happen in divine timing. So the Magician card says here, step into your personal power with confidence and do your magic. Now, do your magic literally means shine your light. Be your wonderful self. That is literally your superpower. You have a lot of gravitas, a lot of magnetism. You know, the sun energy, it draws people out. It makes people pay attention. So you're in that energy right now, and I feel like you are going to get a lot of attention, and there is going to be a person where there is this magical chemistry, this frizz-on. I'm actually seeing in the water right now, it looks like 2 matches. Now, I do know that in this deck, I think in this deck, yeah, there's matches there. So maybe I'm seeing something for the future. I'm not sure, but I'm seeing 2 matches and they're side by side. And it's like the number 11. Now, 11 is always soul path, soul mate numbers. So you may see 1111 a lot before you meet the one you're meant to meet. But also, it can be that there's chemistry. When you meet this person, it's going to be lit. You're going to be completely like magnetized towards each other. There is a spark. I feel symbolically that's the spark energy. But let me just get to the Celtic cross to see a little bit more about who you're going to meet. 6 of Swords. We ended on the 6 of Swords there for the crush energy. So some of you, you know, this can also be a starting point for you and your crush. Maybe that's a co-alignment energy that's coming through. But the 6 of Swords, this is your energy. This is the start of your reading. So this means the majority of you are moving on to something. Look at that. We got fate intervening. You know, sometimes I get messages and I'm like, how does that all work out together? But then suddenly the other cards kind of clarify and show me that divine order is in play. So I feel like you're destined to meet someone. Okay, so if you haven't met somebody, you're definitely destined to meet a person. And it's just that it hasn't shown up for you because, of course, the other person has a journey to resolve and learn from before they meet you. So sometimes, I'm just getting this energy right now, sometimes people feel like maybe mine got lost. Maybe mine like has lost the map. Where was my divine counterpart at? So I feel like they're definitely going to be put on your path on purpose. Right now, look, we've got the 9 of Wands. You're called to walk a journey in a single energy right now in order to focus on your sense of purpose. A lot of you, this is the earthly plane right now, unless you have a crush. If you have a crush, 6 of Swords, remember, when they're moving on from an emotional turbulence, that's when the Wheel of Fortune turns in your favor and you align with this person, and you're destined to have met this person for a reason. So pay attention to what the lessons might be until such time as it starts to move forward with passion. And of course, that 9 of Wands energy, if you are someone who has not met anybody just yet, I feel like you have a purpose. And I feel, you know, the dating scene, a lot of you are exhausted. You feel a little bit bereft, almost like that no one is going to vibe with you. But that's not true at all. I definitely see here that you're on a path towards meeting a person who aligns with what you want for your future. Now, a lot of you, that Three of Swords is in past position. So it can indicate some of you are healing or you've been grieving in a state of lament there. Now, Three of Swords can actually be many different energies. It can be that you're literally grieving. So it could be that you have been grieving a person in your life. And I'm sending you a huge hug out there. So much love if you're going through that at this time. I definitely see that it will be a process, an ebb and flow of emotions, that your body will try and make sense of things. And of course, you'll have to move through that. So there's no words really of comfort that I can offer, but I can send so much love and vibes of healing down there. I wish I could like scoot you all up and just give one massive hug, but I feel that the universe is actually going to send you lots of good karma and positive energy, and it feels like you're aligning with better opportunities, better luck, but also I feel there is this energy that you will find yourself on the path to meet new love, okay? And people from spirit are even helping you, you know, because the moon can be other realms. It can be the veil between worlds where you're guided to, you know, a person that you're meant to be with. But also, well, there it is. Look, we got the Ace of Wands there, the spark. Interesting. You know, I said I saw like matches. There were two in the images that I was just seeing right now. But these, I mean, they're not quite matches. They're like buds. So something budding in your future. For some of you, this Three of Swords can also indicate that it's been a struggle to meet love. You know, it's been hard to mingle or integrate and meet a person. Perhaps your friendships are evolving and it doesn't feel like you can catch up with them as regularly as you used to, or the events have changed, or you've changed. Something within you has changed. Some of you may actually be lamenting a part of yourself that you feel like you've lost touch with, and now you're kind of like coming back to self in some way. We've got the moon, we've got the Seven of Wands, which is a guarded energy. A lot of you are protecting your energy, conserving yourself, as it were, to wait for the one. We've got the Knight of Swords, and we've got the Devil card. Ooh, okay, so let me just pull another card on that Devil card. Because the Devil card can be chemistry. It can be like lusty energy. The Chariot card. So I was being given the word... what was it? Infatuation earlier. So this could be a flirtation coming in that you kind of like experience. Six of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. So yeah, I feel some of you could actually experience a flirtation before you meet the love of your life. Okay, so I would say there's some sort of spark with you and someone in the next 6 weeks, some sort of chemistry, but I definitely see here that a lot of you are moving on from that chemistry, and it starts to either bud into something long-term or someone new. I mean, I'm more given to the energy with that Page of Pentacles. A new person comes into your life and you just know. It's like a new chapter in your life. It literally is like a new start. You just know that this new person is for you. But it feels like an infatuation is first somehow. So yeah, let's start your reading. We've got the Six of Swords in the Celtic Cross, and this is movement forward. It means you're in a period of transition. So a lot of you could have gone through some very testing times, whether it's, you know, heartbreak, if you were going through a separation or a divorce, for example, with that Three of Swords and the Justice card. It can be that you're trying to close down that chapter of your life, and whilst there is a freedom in that, also it can, you know, make you feel very philosophical, bigger questions like, well, where did the love go and how did it go so wrong? How did this turn really disappointing? You know, do I believe in love? Does love equate pain? You know, because you care so much. You have a beautiful, sensitive heart. And don't ever change that about yourself, my beautiful Cancerians. You're here to love. You know, that is your motto. And you are very sensitive and you have a beautiful heart. And it deserves to be loved in the way that you wish it to be. Okay, you are worthy of that love. And the Six of Swords says you are being guided at this time towards new places, new faces, but also new experiences when it comes to love, and a calm summer love, a love that really kind of like respects your heart, takes care of it, is what I'm seeing. And of course, some of you, if you have not been in a high level commitment at all in the past, it can be that you have walked a journey where moments have been lonely and you have felt this lament and the struggle and this sadness that has been with you. And it can be that it calls to you, it whispers to you at night, and it feels like wanting. It feels like this pull, this draw, okay? And the Six of Swords kind of indicates, well, you're moving on from this now. It means you're moving into a different period in your life where you are going to be connecting to a person where it will make progress, you will move forward. And if you know the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, you know, the Six of Swords, there is a figure and a boat, of course, and there are two figures in a boat. So I want to highlight there is one figure standing that represents spirit, it represents guidance from the realm beyond, and two figures in a boat being guided to another shore, seashore. So it could be that some of you are in a period of revamping your life, maybe moving, relocating, or a lot of change has occurred in your life, but you're actually being guided to meet this person. Okay, I feel like you're guided towards having a lot of fun, adventure, flirtation, and I'm going to pull some cards right at the end to see if this flirtation turns serious into a high-level commitment, if it's just passionate, intense, and raw, and kind of like physical at first, and then it really starts tripping over into like, let's settle down, like I've found my person kind of vibes, or if this is a flirtation first and then you meet a new person. So I will pull cards on that. But the Six of Swords, I feel emotional turbulence, something that was very challenging, is like in your past. You may be healing from this and moving on from this. So I feel there is a freedom in that. Now, the Six of Swords is also a test. Okay, so it's like you've passed a test. And a lot of you, the test has been to be resilient, to be self-sufficient, and to lock onto a sense of purpose. Now we have the Wheel of Fortune, so that can indicate some of you, if you've been in high-level commitments in the past, because of its position, okay, it can indicate that you were destined to meet karmics to teach you lessons about, balance, reciprocity. You tend to be an overgiver, especially since the Justice is there in this position. It can indicate that you are here to break a codependency kind of cycle as well, or some sort of generational cycle. And that's one of the hardest things to do. But I do see that the Wheel of Fortune turns into the upright when it's in this position, because you read both sides in this position. And it means that you are going to be destined to meet this new person that's coming in, this spark, this chemistry. And you know, some of you may have also felt that your dating life, it's like ground to a halt. If you really look at the nature of this card, the image that's on it, because the Six of Swords means something, but also this image is a different deck. It's a beautiful deck there, but it gives a different meaning to it. So you may feel that your dating life has run aground, like there's no one out there, there's no one sparking your attention, and that you are kind of like resigning yourself to the fact that you are going to walk a solo journey. And I feel that that's all about to change. You know, this is literally a surprise. And I feel everything is going to turn around. And I feel out of the blue, you're going to meet this person. I'm actually being given a song right now. This song is not familiar to me. I'll just give you the lyrics of what I can hear. There was a reason I collided into you, calling your name. You are always here with me. Okay, so these are snippets of this song. It feels like it doesn't like co-align in some way. I'm just being given bursts of this song. Now, this song, it doesn't seem familiar to me. It may have popped up in a reading before and I just can't remember it, but I just can't place this song. I can't place who sings this. So I may have to look this up online. I mean, of course, as soon as you look up any lyrics together, then, the song will appear. So I'll try and look that up later. But you may hear this song. This is the Wheel of Fortune as well. So that song, the lyrics, it can literally mean that you're going to bump into a person. Like, I collided into you. Those were the literal lyrics there. So perhaps you're about to bump into somebody at an event or at a place. I mean, you've got another travel card here. So some of you may travel outside a usual parameter in order to get to that place. Pages can be an offering. So it can be you're going to meet a person who literally offers you their whole world, but the page is news. So it could be a place where either you learn something, or you're invited to something, or there's actually news about something. It could be that you go to an event with a friend, for example, and they've got something to tell you, and that's the event that you actually meet a person. So please take it as it resonates. I feel you will be talking to somebody new, but we'll get there in a moment because this is all the outcome energy over here. The earthly plane is the Nine of Wands, and I mean, a lot of you, this is the Wounded Warrior card, and because you have that Three of Swords, you're in a deep period of healing, and I'm sending you a huge hug out there and so much love, because I can definitely see here that you've been through some stuff yourself, and it has been challenging. Even if it's personal, it doesn't have to be connected to love. I just feel with that Nine of Wands that, you know, you haven't given up on love, but at the same time, you have a lack of confidence in it, or you've lost faith in love because of troubled times, or because you've tried from time and time again to kind of like connect, and it just hasn't been the right time. It just hasn't been the right person. And it's like, well, where does the feelings come from, and where do they go? So a lot of you are questioning right now, because this is a questioning card, but it's also a cautious card. So some of you, you know, you may be kind of uncertain as to whether you're going to find a person. So I feel a lot of you may be dealing with these strong emotions, thinking it's not going to happen for you, but actually it is. Okay, I want you to be aware of that. I mean, I'm loving the fact that the Three of Swords showed up for you in your past position, because it means heartbreak, sadness, struggle, challenge, all being left in the past. Okay, so that's exactly where you want it to be. And I feel this can not just indicate heartbreak on so many different levels, it can represent a difficulty in meeting someone who basically wants the same things as you. This is a card of beliefs and morals and a moral compass. So you're looking for someone who's honest and true and fair and a good listener and passionate and loyal and loving. And it's like, can a person be out there and encompass all of those things? Well, yes. There can be, and you will meet this person. So I want you to be aware, even though that Nine of Wands, you're still moving forward and you're a very strong person because of the stuff that you've been through. You need a person who is strong enough to walk by your side, someone who is going to be there no matter what life throws at you both. Because of course, life is a challenge sometimes. We all know that. That's a given. It's not rainbows and unicorns, which we all sometimes wish it could be, but unfortunately it's not. But with the Justice card, I feel like you have a contract, a soul contract with a person that you will meet. And I feel you could actually marry this person, because this is the potential position here with this card. And the Justice card always connects to like marriage contracts or, you know, legalities, for example. And if you're going through a divorce, it can be that you're waiting for that to be truly finalized, or you heal from it if it has been finalized, and then you are ready to move forward. You know, the Justice card is also a cause and effect card, so it can indicate that you're looking at your life and noticing that, yeah, you were kind of off grid for a little while. Maybe, you know, in hermit mode, maybe hidden, maybe kind of like dealing with some stuff, prioritizing life and projects, and you just didn't have the time to focus on love. But because that sun energy is there, now you're taking a step towards allowing yourself to be seen, get out there, mingle, perhaps attend events, or get out there and do things that you're passionate about. Because, you know, the Devil card has shown up for you, and the sun is there as well. And these cards connecting can indicate that you're a very passionate person, and that you're going to lock onto a hobby or a creative endeavor, or do something that you really enjoy. And this could be the first step to you putting yourself on the path to meet this person. Some of you with the Justice card, if you are like housebound or you just don't have time, you know, the Justice card is all about air energy. So it can be that you are connecting to the ether, internet, chat forums online, or dating apps, or online kind of dating as well, websites. So if that's a line that you're pursuing as well, I definitely see that you'll meet a person and be talking to this person. Some of you, because I'm getting two energies, I've got to be honest here, so I'll have to pull some cards when I get there in this position. But some of you, it's like you could be talking to someone online, or someone who maybe even flirts with you from time to time, messaging wise. But then I feel like you're going to meet someone in like real time. And it could be that you're going to bump into someone, or just like it's going to be spontaneous. This is a very impromptu energy, which means out of the blue, suddenly love has chosen you, and you have chosen this person. So I feel there could be something in your future that is very impromptu or spontaneous. Now, the Ace of Wands is in your near future. This is the next 6 weeks. So this can indicate that you're passionate, you're creative, you're taking a first step. This is an action card. So it can mean that you're influencing your circumstances to go somewhere that you're excited to go to, okay? This is the start. But also, normally, the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, a hand comes in from the universe with a wand, and that represents a chemistry, a passionate encounter, and I would say it could be the start of something really exciting to come. So I'm just going to pull a card on this because I feel like you are going to meet someone who captures your curiosity, and I just want to see if it is like chemistry, a flirtation, or if it's something that's going to develop into love. Okay, thanks so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please clarify this Ace of Wands? Ooh, Three of Swords. So interesting, they are opposing energies. So it could be that you are maybe going to a place where you heal. So this could be like mindfulness, could be yoga, could be a spiritual retreat for some of you. It could be a place where you are transforming after a heartbreak. We have the Nine of Pentacles. Oh my gosh, yeah. I mean, Three of Swords, I mean, this tells me, because it is the opposing energy, a lot of you, if you are healing from something and you're going to do something to kind of like enjoy your single time, because the Nine of Pentacles is to be independent, to go off and do your own thing. It's to have a glow up, it's to feel fabulous, it's to be excited about something, it's to pay for an event or an opportunity to do something that you feel like you're investing in. So it could be that you're investing in yourself with something. King of Cups is there. That's the highest love that love has to offer. This is the start of something magical. So I would say, because you don't have many choice cards, what I mean by that is the Justice card and the Chariot card are duality cards, which means sometimes you'll have a choice. It can be there's two people, but because I'm clarifying this Ace of Wands, which is a spark, a chemistry between you and a person, this tends to tell me that you're going to take your time getting to know this person. It's not going to be like suddenly wham bam, we're in love, we're in a relationship. It's going to be like, ooh, do you want to go to this place? And you're like, oh, okay, they've just invited me to this place. Is there something building here? Because I got feelings, I got tingles for this person, and they're feeling the same. But both of you, it's like, let's take this slow. Let's really get to know each other. Let's really get to see if we align so that we don't waste each other's time or hurt each other. And I feel this person may have even been hurt in a relationship in the past as well. And they really understand. You know, that King of Cups energy means you're going to fall in love with this new person who's coming into your life, okay? And I would say with that Nine of Pentacles, this is an energy where you could be either studying or locked onto a goal or learning more about yourself. A lot of you, it's connected to healing. So it could be that you've decided to book a course of learning or book a group activity because you're like, you know what, I was in a funk and I just want to get out of that funk and I just want to feel great and I want to do this thing that I'm interested in, and boom, it happens, okay? But I would say, because I'm clarifying that Ace of Wands, there's love at this place. You're going to meet this person. There's a spark. There's a chemistry. Both of you want to explore. I mean, the Three of Swords can indicate that there is some sort of miscommunication at first, or it can be that they may ask you to go on a date somewhere and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't make it because I'm doing something else. I have something else booked. Always do the thing that you have booked, okay? Because you can reschedule, and it shows this person that you are in demand, that you are valuing your independence, that you're doing your own thing, and you're not going to kind of like override your activities by like canceling them for them. You know, there is reciprocity. It's so important that we recognize balance in a relationship so that you don't compromise what you're doing in order to kind of factor in someone else's needs, especially at the beginning of a relationship. If you're in a long-term relationship, of course, there's give and take. But at the beginning, you know, it's about two people matching each other's energy and factoring each other in when there is time, but still being very independent and doing your own thing. We do have that Seven of Wands energy, so this is your advice to yourself in this moment. Seven of Wands is a very guarded energy, so some of you, especially if you have been hurt in the past, it can be that, you know, you're out there healing, shining your light, but you may realize that there's a bit of a shield, okay? Seven of Wands is to also indicate that you have people, attracted to you. Seven of Wands, if you know the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, there is a figure with one wand and there's lots of other wands vying for attention. So it can be that you're batting them off. You are literally like not noticing or paying attention to people who are interested in you. Perhaps it's because they're not the sort of person you're interested in, but there's that one person, that one wand that gets close and you're like, oh, who's this? So I really feel that you are at your personal best. I feel like you're not giving up on love. I feel like you're persevering there. And I also feel that you're not kind of like giving into temptation, okay? Because there's something here about the Devil card about temptation. So for some of you, because there is strong energy of a Three of Swords and a moon, it could be someone from your past that reaches out from time to time with very sort of like evasive messages like, I miss you, I've been thinking about you, all of those things. You're like, well, I know, of course. Why wouldn't you be thinking about me? I'm awesome. But you have had my number and you haven't messaged me for months or years. And you know what? I've closed that chapter of my life. So thank you very much, but goodbye now. So it could be that you're guarding yourself against someone who's a player or someone who comes in from time to time to kind of like be very flirtatious, but it just doesn't go anywhere. It kind of like stops in its track. I only mention that because we have the moon energy, so it can indicate that someone confuses you or is very confused about their feelings. Again, if you are crushing on someone right now or have feelings for someone, I feel like they are very lost or confused about their feelings right now. They do feel this sense of romance and a draw towards you, a pull, a magnetism, but they're just not emotionally available to offer you that love that you truly deserve at this time. Now, the moon card in this position, every card has a meaning, but it also has a meaning when it's connected to a certain position in a spread. And the moon can indicate out of the blue, the universe is orchestrating a plan to make sure that you are aligned with someone who matches you. So I would say suddenly that you don't see this coming. And for some of you, you may literally bump into this person, or you may go to an event and you didn't expect this person to be there. I feel like this is someone new you don't know, and the moon is to romance your life a little bit more. So this can indicate that, you need to be in a period, especially since you've got that Nine of Wands and the moon card has shown up twice, you're in a period of letting go of things that hurt you, people that hurt you. You're in a period of shedding. So this can be right down to like food substances. Anything that has been hurting you or causing problems, you're literally looking at what drains you and you're cutting it out. Especially since we've got the Knight of Swords there. This is a lifestyle change. So some of you could be really guarding your energy right now, protecting your energy, being really discerning about the company that you keep, the things that you digest, the things that you observe as well, and allow to be absorbed in your body in some way. Everything we listen to, watch, it informs us, but it can also have an impact on how we feel and change our nervous system, cortisol levels, all of those things. So I feel a lot of you are in a detoxifying kind of energy. But the Knight of Swords, it is in hope and a fear position. And hope is that you're talking to somebody and that you connect to somebody who aligns with you for your highest good. I mean, this card always means there's a positive outcome. I feel like you don't want someone who's here today, gone tomorrow, someone who's transient, inconsistent. That's the fear. I feel as well that some of you, because this card, you read it in the reverse as well as in the upright in this position, it can indicate that you have been connected to someone who was deliberately cruel to you in the past, verbally, maybe even physically for some of you, okay? And you're healing, and I'm sending you a huge hug out there, so much love, but I'm just getting this energy here of you kind of like ending a chapter of your life, and anything that hurts you is fully in your past, and now you stand in a very strong position to be ready, okay? It's almost like some of you, you've been healing, but from a position that you feel that you're strong enough to take on any more challenge, but actually I feel you've been healing to open up to that playful side, to allow love in, because you're someone who's so self-sufficient, someone who's so strong, and sometimes, you carry the weight of the world on you, and you forget that you are lovable, and you forget that actually, you deserve love. And I feel the universe is going to highlight that to you, and you will be loved again. Sometimes we resign ourselves to say, okay, well, it hasn't shown up by now, so it's probably not coming. And, you just get busy doing, and you almost like forget about it. and get locked in some sort of cycle of repeat, because there's a lot of cards with cycles going on in your reading, but I see that you're breaking through these cycles. A lot of you with that Knight of Swords as well, you want someone to be honest, someone who does what they say they're going to do, someone who keeps a promise. The fear is, you know, someone who is loose with the truth, someone who is dishonest, of course, and unfair and does not make an effort. But I definitely see here that you're going to meet someone who literally wants to get to know you better, who offers you their whole world. This person may be a little bit younger than you. Don't let that put you off. But the first card was the Devil card, okay? Now this is all about passion. If you know this deck, beautiful deck there by OLEANA at Mindful Ape, you know, this deck, it's really about decoding the cards in a different way. And the Devil card can represent passion, you know, that lust for life. So it can be that you're rediscovering a lustier side of yourself, that your mojo is returning. But the Devil card in itself means the things that bind. You're releasing that, okay? And I want to check that out. The Devil card can also be a temptation. So for some of you, it could be you're tempted to fall back into a cycle of repeat or a habit. For example, if you are someone who, when someone pays you attention, gives you a compliment, you get really shy, insular, and you kind of like step away from this person, go really silent, even though you may have feelings, it can be that you're overriding that initial response. And you may actually surprise yourself that suddenly it's just happening and it feels really organic, and the right person is going to make you feel like you've met home, you know, that you belong with that person. So we have the Knight of Swords again. So you're going to be talking to someone very flirtatious. Ten of Swords. I told you this is a flirtation that you shut down. It's like the end of that. So, you know, I just wanted to clarify, and it's really wonderful how my guides gave me the cards. I'm just going to pop that there. Knight of Swords, talking to someone who actually is quite fast-paced in the energy, and we've got the Ten of Swords there as well. So it's like you shut this down or it comes to an end, okay? And it can come to a graceful end. You know, the Ten of Swords doesn't always have to mean that. Interesting. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. No, my guides are telling me look at it from a different angle. Look at it from a different angle. Okay, so my guides have asked me to go again. This is interesting. Thanks so much. I'm so grateful. They're giving me that the sense of infatuation ends and it becomes something more serious is what I'm being given. So this is a person that you're going to meet where there's a spark, but yeah, it's like the flirtation ends and it becomes something more. Oh my gosh, look at that. My guides asked me to come back to this energy, which I did. And they said, see it from a different angle, which I'm trying to see it from a different angle. I love it when my guides intervene and say, you know, you got the energy right, but you have to like shift your perspective on this. And it's connected to this person you're going to meet. It's the same person. So it is like, the Ten of Swords is an epiphany moment. It's more that the flirtation ends. It's like the talk ends, okay? And it becomes something a little bit more physical, a little bit more grounded, a little bit more real, where you start to build a foundation and it's transitioning to love, okay? Because the King of Cups is there again. And I was clarifying that Ace of Wands before, and these cards came out like this, okay? So I would say that you are going to meet a person where there is a flirtation. It's one person. I mean, there's going to be lots of people interested in you, of course, but there's one person who captures your attention. There is a chemistry and a spark, and, you know, it will run like that for a little bit of time, but then it becomes a little more serious there, and it turns into love. So you're going to meet the person that you're going to fall in love with. That is clear, that suddenly you both realize, actually, you know what are we doing here? We want to spend so much time with each other. You know, when you're with a person and suddenly you realize actually you're always at their house or they're always staying over at yours, and you're like, come on already, we're in a relationship. We kind of like love spending time with each other. So the Chariot card, it moves forward. It changes in its dynamic. And I would say, you know, this is an indication that two people who run wild, who are independent and free, they co-align and they are heading in the same direction. That's what I see with this card. Intuitively, it means movement and improvement and progress. And also we got that Six of Cups. You know, the Six of Cups is a very kind of like sweet card. It can indicate that, you know, this is a pure relationship where there's a lot of love. There's no kind of like hidden agenda. There's no kind of like triggering energy. It feels very much like the good old days, a return to those good old days. It can indicate as well that, you know, it feels like first love, or this is how you remember love should be, free. And I would say the Six of Cups can also be nostalgia. So it can be that, you know, you are, with that Devil card, some of you may be tempted to look at a past situation, but, you know, the love that this person offers you in this moment, there's no cause to look back, because, you know, there's only the future with you and this new person. But I would say you're falling in love. And the Six of Cups normally is, you know, the universe bestowing a gift upon you. So I feel you and this new person, you acknowledge that you've met each other and you're a gift to each other. Finally, you've met the person that you're meant to be with. And it's like the end of an era. You're opening yourselves up to a new chapter here. You know, this is like a love story, I would say. When you apply a Page of Pentacles to a reading connected to love and being single, it basically means someone new enters your life, and this person is, you know, serious about settling down. They're worthy of your love. They are responsible. They're careful with your heart. They're actually a very sociable person. They're investing in a relationship from the very beginning. Even though both of you are like very intensely connected and wondering where it's going to go, I feel like this person is invested, and so are you. And I feel it's an opportunity to settle down and build a home together is what I'm seeing with this person. And yeah, I feel now you and this person get to write your story. This is a new narrative. This is a new story for you, okay? So I'm just going to pull some final cards for your reading. Caution, okay? So that is an energy that I feel like you're in with that Nine of Wands, cautious. A lot of you, we have forgiveness. I mean, this looks like some serious stuff went down there, okay? And this could be that you've been healing from something that has been truly challenging indeed. So again, so much love and hugs out there for you. The next card there is forgiveness. Now, forgiveness is an important word because it actually lightens your karmic load. We don't just forgive the past or a person in order to let them off the hook or set them free of accountability. We actually forgive the past so that we can be free from carrying it around with us. So a lot of you may have been doing that. We've got Daydream. There's your number 11. My guides asked me to go one more, so here I am, and we have the cards. Now, we didn't get those matches because I think there is matches here. There's two matches here. They're in a spark. It didn't show up, but I want you to be aware of what I was kind of seeing. So it could be an image of something that you might see in the next coming weeks and months there. Oh my gosh. I'm sure there was like... There they are, yeah. So this is what I was seeing, but they were just a little bit apart there, standing upright with this spark energy. I feel it was like looking like number 11 there, okay? So that didn't show up by popping out, but it's something I saw in the water. So I just want you to be aware of it because it may be something that you may see in your everyday life for the next 6 weeks just before you meet this new person. But we got caution. So I feel, you know, a lot of you are cautious to either get back in the dating scene, but actually I feel like it's organic, like you're going to somewhere that you enjoy. You're not searching per se when you meet this person. And I feel if some of you have been closed off to love, you have been in that healing part of your life to forgive the past in some way, just to lighten your karmic load so you can move forward and walk free from it, is what I'm seeing there. And we've also got self-worth. So a lot of you, you've been called to be single on purpose, a pause there for a reason, which is to learn more about reciprocity, to value yourself, see that you are lovable, have your glow up. You know, you are you, and that really is your superpower, and you cannot be Cancerian in the past or in the future. You are Cancerian right now in this present moment. So you must love all that you are. And I feel that visualizing as well the person that you want to be with, because this is a manifestation energy there. Daydreaming, so important. You know, a daydream is a vision. It is a thought. And it is a connection to a vibration of how you see your life in the future. That's why it's really important. The Six of Cups, you know, that can be a nostalgia card. And a lot of us humans, we spend our minds in the past. going over old ground, old stuff, and we're connecting to that vibration every time we do it. So we actually attract those sort of situations back into our life because we're revisiting something over and over and over again in order to process it and set ourselves free from it. So we must acknowledge that the balance should be that we also project into the future and see the things that we really want in the future in manifestation, and then trust that it will be brought towards us. But I mean, daydream is number 11, so 1111 is important for you, and you're going to see a lot of that over the next coming weeks. We've got fear, number 9. Caution, fear. Some of you may have been out of the dating scene or out of a relationship for some time, so you may feel a bit nervous or shy when you meet this new person, but actually they make you feel really comfortable and vice versa, and I feel like you just click. Okay, with this person, you just click. So this can literally be some of you peeking out, seeing who's out there on the dating scene, or actually just looking at events that really bring you joy, that you're passionate about, and just getting out there and having fun and embracing your authentic self and your energy. And that's where you're going to meet a supportive relationship, someone who really gets you, who really sees you, someone who's going to be there and walk this journey of life with you, someone that is strong enough to walk by your side. This card literally says respect. Okay, so I would say that you are going to meet a person who is respectful of your heart, caring, someone who actually may have even been in a caring profession. Or if you're retired, it can be that they used to work in a caring profession, or, if you're working right now or even looking for a job, it can be that this person works in some sort of caring profession. They're very sensitive. They have an emotional depth that you require. And this person has been through some stuff, okay? And I feel they do not allow their past to meddle with their future. This person is very much locked on to spending their life with you, and they only have eyes for you, is what I'm seeing there too. I'm just going to go and get a trinket or rune before we close. Okay, so I have the dolphin. Okay, stars are important. My guys just said, yeah, you got a lot of cards with all stars, actually. Look at that. They've all got stars there. Stars. Stars. Stars in pretty much every card. I mean, yeah, stars in literally every card there. So you got a star right here. So this is a period of healing, but also locking onto a wish, creating an environment to allow a healthy relationship to come on in. The dolphin represents play, represents having fun, but also intuitive energy, where you are tapping into your intuition, honing it at this time. But also, maybe a dolphin may be relevant. Perhaps you're going to meet this person where there is a connection to dolphins, or a logo or an image. So look out for that. I would say that you have a bond with this new person pretty much instantly when you meet each other, but both of you are going to be curious about each other, to get to know each other. You're not going to rush into this, is what I see, okay? So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates. The next 6 weeks is going to be about you having fun and doing things that you love, and it's going to put you on the path to meet this new person. So very excited for you there. Thank you so much, my beautiful Cancerians, and love and light.